Good, happy Sunday evening. It's Sunday, June 18, 2023. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Sunday evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on RK Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Sunday evening, so let's get started right now. First up, no injuries reported after a house fire in Laconia. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
It's time to make your backyard your favorite place to be. Experience hours of family fun and relaxation in a new custom-designed pool.
Troy, Grace, we're down the street from where that fire was. You can see everything is cleared now, but we can show you our video from earlier this afternoon where firefighters told us the call came in just before 1:30 this afternoon when neighbors saw smoke. And when firefighters arrived, they said there was heavy flames all across the left side of the house. You can see that in our video. The entire porch area is just completely scorched. The fire did spread and there is significant water and fire damage, but they say they were able to save parts of the house. And this is, of course, the last day of motorcycle week. So the fire department here is already stretched thin on staffing. So they had crews from Samberton, Meredith, Belmont, Guilford, and Center Harbor all helping out. Luckily, no one was home at the time when this fire started, so no one was hurt. They were able to get a dog out safely, but crews did have to go inside to make sure no one was in the house at the time. And again, the cause of this fire is still under investigation, so as we learn more about what happened here, we'll be sure to bring you the latest. We're live in Laconia. Ariel Metropolis, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Hooksett man facing several charges after allegedly posing as police officer in Massachusetts. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
It's time to make your backyard your favorite place to be. Experience hours of family fun and relaxation in a new custom-designed pool.
An update this hour to a story we first brought you here yesterday morning. The New Hampshire man accused of impersonating a police officer in Massachusetts has now been identified as a 21-year-old from Hooksett. Bernardston police say Tuesday night an officer spotted a suspicious vehicle driving around town that resembled a police cruiser. Officials say when they pulled over Brendan Douglas, they discovered he was wearing a tactical vest with a police-style badge. He was also allegedly armed with a handgun, handcuffs, several knives, and other police-style equipment. Investigators say Douglas is known in New Hampshire for similar behavior. He has pled not guilty to all 11 charges he is now facing.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Hudson woman sentenced to 11 months in prison for role in Capitol attack. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
ADA Traffic Control trains and certifies traffic control flaggers for construction and utility sites all across New England. From the start of developing traffic plans to pre-construction setup, equipping sites with everything needed, ADA Sales and Rental offers a variety of traffic safety equipment to the construction industry. ADA has a very in-depth inventory. Want to join the team at the largest traffic control company in New England? Go to adavt.com or call us today.
A woman from Hudson convicted for taking part in the January 6th attack has been sentenced to 11 months behind bars. Prosecutors say Kirsten Niemela is the woman wearing sunglasses in these images from that day. She was convicted by a jury in Washington, D.C. back in January on charges that include being in a restricted building, disorderly conduct, and demonstrating in a Capitol building.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Winnie River Days in Franklin making a bigger splash than ever before. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Rebate season is here. Now is the time to visit Rochester Motorsports on Route 11 in Rochester or Seacoast Power Sports on Route 1 in Hampton Falls. Take advantage of rebates as high as $2,000 on select Kawasaki models. Kawasaki Street.
This might look chaotic from this angle, but then you realize it's a thing of beauty. For the last 3 days, Franklin was the place to be to watch whitewater paddlers for
Winnie River Days. I heard all about it.
a 3-day-long event that's all about whitewater racing.
Every year it gets a little bit better. Every year we're attracting people from farther away.
This is the only whitewater park in New England, with about 40 people coming from all over to compete this year. The largest rodeo that Winnie River Days has seen in its 5 years.
I won the downriver race and I got third in the freestyle.
Oh, it was amazing. The crowd was huge. It was actually bigger than I thought. A lot of locals, which was really cool to see.
Others traveled to Franklin for fun, like Zombie from Pennsylvania, who's been out here since Thursday.
Had to come out. As soon as I heard there was a wave here that was worth coming to, it wasn't nothing stopping me.
What do you like about it?
Definitely the splashes, for one thing.
Yeah, the splashes are great, but people also like the new addition of the raft racing.
A bunch of people in a big, brightly colored bus trying to trudge down the river. It's always fun.
Despite the poor weather, Winnie River Days brought in a good amount of tourism.
Last night, Volger Brewing Company had like a 30-minute wait to get in. The Water Horse, we tried to get a reservation, and we weren't seated until like 9:30.
Are you going to be back?
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll be right there with Zombie because I want to go to that next year for sure. So in about 20 to 30 yards before that final wave on the river, the nonprofit Mill City Park that ran this weekend's event, they say they're going to raise $2.5 million to put in another wave for people to surf on. How cool is that, Chris?
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Pickup truck burst into flames on Wallace Sand State Park beach. One person taken to the hospital. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Imagine a world where you can be your own boss and create your own schedule. With a New Hampshire commercial driver's license, you can choose it.
We are working to learn more about a startling situation in Rye. Take a look here. The Rye fire chief tells News 9 crews responded to the report of a car exiting an elevated roadway around 5:30 this morning at Wallace Sands State Park. The chief says the crews arrived to find a fully involved fire, and the car ended up on the beach about 100 feet from the roadway. The driver was transported to Portsmouth Regional Hospital. Condition of that driver unknown at this hour. We're watching this story. We'll bring you more information as it comes in.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Hampton Beach Master Sand Sculpting Classic winners announced. Sculptures on display until next Sunday. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Chapel Tractor has been in our family since 1955, when great-grandfather Pearlie and grandfather George decided to...
We're going to take a look behind us here. Hampton
Sandcastles.
Beach.
Looks good.
Said that at the same time.
Yeah, we're falling into a habit with that.
We are. Okay, so one thing that I find super impressive, though, how the sandcastle is curved. You see that at the top
I know.
there? That's crazy. That
They're
would defy
curved, they're
gravity.
pointed. There are just a whole bunch of castles that we could not make. Look at this one. This year's theme is the Sand Before Time, which actually centers around the dinosaurs. And this year's winner for the first place and for the People's Choice Award is Malingi Borgergaard with her amazing sculpture, Love is a Universal Temple. And second place this year is able to Waterman Dave is here. But thanks so much. Those are impressive, but we'll see you tonight at 11 o'clock.
Have a good
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Looks awesome. Rare deadly bear attack in Arizona. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Hey, so
So, what if we have questions about our policy?
And what if it's late at night?
And what if someone still calls us mom for everything?
At State Farm, we're there for your what ifs. Hey, Mom.
Who?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
New details on the man killed by a black bear in Arizona. Wildlife experts calling this type of attack extremely rare. ABC's Zareen Shah joins us with more. Zareen, good morning.
Whit, you said it. This is just so rare. There's about one deadly black bear attack every year in the U.S., and one expert tells us he has never heard of an unprovoked attack. So the big mystery remains, how did this happen? This morning, officials trying to uncover what led up to an unprovoked black bear brutally killing an Arizona man.
RP reporting that the neighbor was being attacked by a bear.
Officials say multiple people saw the bear mauling 66-year-old Steven Jackson while he was sitting and sipping his morning coffee on Friday outside his Prescott property.
We do know that it was an adult male bear. There was quite a struggle. Bear attempted to, or did actually, move Mr. Jackson down away from his, pulled him down off the hill quite a ways, maybe 75 yards.
A bear to attack somebody in the morning like that, daylight, it was daylight.
Neighbors say they tried stopping the bear. One even retrieved his rifle and shot it dead, but they could not act fast enough to save Jackson.
They heard him yelling, calling out for help. They responded. They tried to get the bear to stop attacking him.
Wildlife experts are now saying bear encounters are on the rise, from backyards to Tampa International Airport last week.
The key thing to understand is, generally speaking, these bears want nothing to do with people, but they are opportunistic feeders. So they're coming into areas, and that sometimes leads to these unfortunate, tragic events.
In the Arizona case, bystanders say they tried raising their arms, honking horns, and yelling like what experts recommend. Experts also say there is one thing you should never do if you encounter a bear.
Never turn and run. Put your hands up, make yourself look as large as possible, speak firmly, hey bear, and slowly start to back off. Hopefully that would work. Bears do not want to have physical contact with people.
That was, of course, not the case with the bear in Arizona. Our expert says that a necropsy, which is an autopsy for animals, might reveal why the bear did this. They'll likely look to see, was he sick? Did he have any serious injuries? Any small fat stores? That could show if he was desperate for food. Janae?
Still a terrifying story, Zoreen. Thank you.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we are going to switch gears now, and let's go into weather. And here is meteorologist Jacqueline Thomas with your full weather forecast.
Rebate season is here. Now is the time to visit Rochester Motorsports on Route 11 in Rochester or see...
Thanks for watching. I'm meteorologist Jacqueline Thomas. Heading through the weekend, of course, we had those persistent downpours and soggy conditions yesterday, but through the day today, we got back into some breaks of sunshine, a mix of sun and clouds through the afternoon. And as we head into Monday, we still get some breaks of sun. Temperatures a little bit milder out there today, too. We actually got back into the lower 70s for many spots this afternoon, so still below normal as far as those temperatures go, but certainly better than the 60s we had been stuck in. Now, satellite and radar, of course, also quieter than what we had been dealing with yesterday. It's still a couple of isolated showers and sprinkles that had been trying to come down in spots, but we had plenty of sunshine in between any of that and in between the clouds that have been bubbling up during the day today as well. Tonight, lows generally fall back into the 50s, a little bit cooler in spots. Some areas up north dip into the upper 40s, and we see some of that clearing still as we head through the night tonight, so mainly clear to partly cloudy into early Monday. Tomorrow, we actually get back into a little bit of sunshine at times too, and temperatures should rebound back into the lower and middle 70s as you head south and west in the state. But there is still a chance for a few pop-up showers, especially as the day goes on. So as far as the futurecast goes, anything out there this evening winds down. We see some clearing overnight. Then on Monday, clouds linger as you head north and east in the state, and we could see a couple of isolated showers or sprinkles start to pop up in the afternoon between about 2, 3, 4 o'clock. And then around 7, 8 o'clock in the evening, can't rule out that isolated shower chance anywhere, even to the coast. But as we head into Tuesday, it stays a little bit unsettled with clouds overhead and a chance for showers. So even though we get those breaks of sunshine, we can't completely call it dry, can't rule out those shower chances through the early part of the week. We do dry out a bit more through the middle of the week, though, come Wednesday, Thursday, before more shower chances towards the end of the week again. And we warm up as well. Wednesday kicks off the official start of the summer season, and it's going to be feeling much more like summer as highs take a big jump and surge into the 80s, even close to 90 degrees in spots possible by the end of the week.
Okay, and there you go on that weather forecast from meteorologist Jacqueline Thomas. That does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on RK Network. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Good night and goodbye.